Young Thug has found himself in a position where the events surrounding his incarceration, his leaked conversations, and his strained relationships have spiraled into a public controversy that has left his career and personal life severely impacted. The central issue comes from the release of his jail calls, which have become one of the most damaging factors in his life over the past months. These calls, spanning potentially 3 years of incarceration, have contained gossip, criticisms of people he associated with, and private exchanges that were never intended for public consumption. Once these calls became public, they created a cascading effect of problems for him, damaging both friendships and romantic relationships, and providing ammunition for critics and enemies who already viewed him unfavorably.
Like coming out of jail, and we're like, man, what the f is this nigga doing, bro? Like it's like you ain't learn your lesson, and all this shit going on, hearing these calls, talking on the phone, like what the hell wrong with this nigga? Like, you know, a nigga, I know you was in there praying, right?
Absolutely.
Like it's like, do you not understand your prayers got answered?
Yeah, you understand that, but you also listening to people tell you like, well, you the wizard. You ain't going to prison. And then you gotta understand, man, I was in jail 3 years, bro. Like I was praying 3 whole years. At some point, I started thinking like the prayers ain't working. You gotta understand that too. Like I'm going through shit every day. I'm looking at my best friend, them do what they do. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at certain shit. And it's making me feel how I'm feeling. Like, I ain't never been a nigga to pillow talk. I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga. These last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the f was I thinking? Like, what I was doing?
I appreciate you saying that.
I think I was just so f***ed up, and I just felt like it was just...
One of the most significant consequences of the leaks came when Young Thug revealed in the interview that his relationships with the people he spoke about in the calls remained intact. Instead of resolving the matter, this only motivated his detractors to release even more damaging material. The release that followed focused on his relationship with Mariah the Scientist, a singer who had supported him throughout his incarceration. Mariah had already been receiving criticism for standing by him, particularly after being linked to a leaked call in which he insulted Gorilla. Her career trajectory began to falter as a result of being associated with his controversies.
Hello.
Sandwich, what you doing?
That's it, laid down. My heart beating.
You at home?
Yeah, I'm at home.
What's up with you, baby? I miss your pen.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting your call. So my heart is beating fast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I make you feel like that for sure.
Crazy.
I wonder what the f your heart gonna do when I see you.
Oh my God, I don't know. Know what I would do.
I wonder what
Oh my gosh. You said what?
I wonder what your shit gonna do when I see you.
I have no idea. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous.
Why do you think it's ridiculous? I like it.
I mean, it's good, but, like, it still happens. Like, what? For like 2 years.
Yeah, it's definitely been 2 years.
Crazy.
Yes. When you plan on having kids? Like, what age?
Can you get out?
Tell you. But
The weight of this leak was evident in Young Thug's reaction. For the first time in relation to leaked material, he took to Twitter and posted a written apology directed at Mariah. He admitted wrongdoing, acknowledged she deserved better, and thanked her for showing him love while expressing hope that he had not lost her permanently. His words made it clear that the call with the other woman had struck a deep blow to his most important personal bond. Despite this public apology, Mariah appeared to end the relationship, suggesting in her own posts that she had been hurt beyond repair and that she no longer could justify remaining with him. Young Thug's public responses after this moment showed signs of defeat. He canceled a scheduled appearance on Aiden Ross's stream and later tweeted that a chapter had ended, signaling he was done addressing the matter publicly. The wording suggested he intended to remain silent, no longer engaging with accusations or interviews, and to stop feeding into the ongoing controversies. Analysts interpreted this as a recognition that he was outnumbered and unable to fight back effectively against the multiple fronts of criticism and leaks. In a situation he described as 20 versus 1, remaining silent and conceding was seen as his only option to prevent further self-destruction. However, silence did not mean his critics stopped speaking. Figures he had mentioned in interviews, such as Ro and Woody, responded forcefully to his comments.
Thug announced that he's done talking. He's done addressing the situation, that doesn't mean the people who don't like him or his enemies are done as well. Because during this interview, Thug name dropped a lot of people, and those people issued their responses today. So one of the people that Thug, I guess, addressed or responded back to is Ralo, because like when the news first dropped that Thug may have been snitching or the interrogation footage, Ralo had his things to say, calling Thug divisive, calling Thug an enemy to Atlanta, and calling Thug a rat. Well, during this interview with Big Bang, Young Thug responded back to Ralo, and he claimed that he has 100% proof that Ralo had all intentions of taking a stand and snitching on him and YFN Lucci.
Bruh, I was at the thing I don't like about what Ralo said is, why is you painting that picture knowing that I'm the reason a lot of niggas cool with each other? And the DA just painted the same picture. That's police shit, bro. You can't get on the internet and say, fuck, you really divided the city. How? How the hell did I divide the city? I brought the city together.
That's what I'm saying. I'm making a point when you said, how could Ralo do that? I'm showing you how he could.
No, because I done had conversation with him too.
Oh.
I done had conversation with Ralo too many times before he read it. I done had too many conversations with this boy. I wasn't even tripping on him writing because it don't got nothing to do with me. I'm mad that you did what wrong because I looked at you like a real nigga. It don't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna fuck with you, but that don't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't tripping. You see what I'm saying? We gonna speak on the real facts. We ain't gonna speak on what some could be. The real facts is, you have paperwork where you're saying, yes, he said this. Yes, he said this. Yes, he do this. Yes, you got paperwork on you.
Paperwork at, though? He got a big ass book that ain't in that book.
Bro.
Where the paperwork at?
Bro, this nigga got so much shit sealed. And listen, bro, I don't even care to do all this type of shit in the interview. We
can fast forward then.
Man to man.
Yeah.
Ralo, I don't even give a fuck about who he told on. I know 100% he was gonna take the stand on me and Lucci. I know. Nigga, that's a fact. On my freedom. On my freedom. That's a fact. Right here. On my freedom. Fact. He agreed to get on the stand on my case.
Say what?
Whatever he knew about me and Lucci beef, if he knew something. He ain't know that. He was in jail the whole time we were beefing. You just squealing, bro. You just in there bitch just trying to get out of jail. You locked up for some punk ass, head ass weed. Nigga, sit down. Sit down. Like, you did all this extra shit, this extra talk, bruh. I know for a fact.
Ro, who had previously accused Thug of being divisive and cooperating with authorities, became a focal point of his remarks in the Big Bank interview. Young Thug claimed to have 100% proof that Ro had intended to testify against him and YFN Lucci, arguing that Ro had betrayed him despite their prior connections. Yet, without presenting paperwork or documentation, these claims were challenged. Ro quickly fired back, stating that it was impossible for him to have testified against Young Thug and Lucci because they shared the same lawyers, which would have created a conflict of interest. He insisted that no such cooperation could have occurred and accused Thug of lying publicly. Many observers found Ro's explanation more convincing, particularly because Young Thug failed to present concrete evidence.
100% impossible for two defendants with the same exact lawyer to testify against each other. I had Brian Steele, Thug had Brian Steele. I had Drew Finley, Lucci had Drew Finley. So tell me how the fuck did I testify against two niggas the same exact lawyer? This is 100% a conflict of interest. You ain't gotta take this shit from me. You can go Google this shit your damn self. So this is the lie that you've been calling the streets telling wham and dumb, and they believe you without seeing any paperwork. And paperwork is law in the streets. So you telling me I went and told the feds in June of 2018 about some state shit that was finna happen in 2024? Make some shit out of this shit, people. Tell me how. You went in that interview lying and crying. I ain't did nothing to none of you niggas. Either you hang or you been misled.
Woody pointed out that being labeled a snitch is painful, and Thug himself was now experiencing the consequences of such accusations, even as he tried to label others in the same way. Woody's stance was that Thug brought his downfall upon himself through arrogance and harmful behavior when he had influence. The broader public perception following these exchanges leaned toward skepticism of Young Thug's claims. His lack of tangible proof in disputes with Ro and his attempt to rationalize leaked conversations through the pressures of incarceration did little to convince critics. Instead, many concluded that he was avoiding true accountability, relying on explanations rather than taking responsibility. His apologies, while emotionally charged, were viewed as insufficient to repair relationships or reverse reverse the damage caused by his own words. The most severe impact remains his relationship with Mariah the scientist. She had served as his most loyal supporter, staying beside him despite backlash, but the leaked call with another woman effectively ended their bond. Her career, already strained, suffered further decline, and the public humiliation of the betrayal intensified the backlash she faced. For Young Thug, losing Mariah symbolized not only the collapse of his personal support system, but also the broader erosion of trust among those closest to him. With enemies seizing on every revelation to harm him further, Young Thug's position appears weaker than ever. His admission that he is done addressing the controversy, and his acknowledgement of being overwhelmed by those targeting him, reveal a man resigned to his circumstances. The combination of leaked evidence, public backlash, strained relationships, and lost credibility has created a cycle that he has been unable to escape. Each new piece of leaked audio adds to the damage, and even attempts to explain or apologize have only created further openings for criticism. At this point, the situation illustrates the dangers of personal conversations becoming public, and the way enemies can weaponize private words to dismantle reputations. The leaks have proven far more damaging than any external critique because they come directly from Young Thug himself, leaving little room for denial. His critics now have not only the advantage of public sentiment, but also his own voice confirming damaging narratives. The result is a landscape where his career, personal life, and credibility face constant attacks from multiple angles with no clear path to recovery.
Oh God, the responsible person, bro. When y'all niggas know right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all look for any reason to forgive Thug. When Thug brought this on himself. Thug brought this on himself. Nigga, we don't care what nobody had to say. The nigga only feel bad because he losing. When motherfuckers feeling like people, they go to playing victim. They go to goddamn trying to use the reverse side. No, nigga. You get on that damn podcast, talk about I'm retarded. You know not to mention me, my nigga. I ain't everybody else. I ain't gonna just be quiet. Nah, bro. I ain't just gonna sit there and be quiet. DK put his life on the line for you, nigga. You know what I mean? Slow up put his life on the line for you, nigga. Yet gotta put his life on the line for you, nigga. You call a nigga snitch. Hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. You know Yet lied. You know Yet lied. You know he ain't had nothing to do with what happened. So why you calling Yak a snitch for that? Why you calling Yak a snitch when you know that nigga lied, bro? A snitch is a nigga that go in there and tell the police the truth and get the police a conviction, my nigga. But these niggas lied, bro. But you went in there and said what you said. You want everybody to look at what you said as a lie, but you want everybody to look at everybody else as a snitch. But it hurt being called a snitch. You see how I feel, but you want everybody to still call everybody else a snitch and forgive you. Nah, nigga, fuck that. You ain't take accountability. I ain't letting it go. I don't care. Y'all who want to forgive him, go forgive him. But let me tell you this, he ain't had no sympathy when he thought he was king. He ain't had no mercy when he thought he was king, y'all. When he thought he was king and he bigger than the world, he didn't care about us. We would just throw away clout. So Thug called you slow and crazy because you really was stepping. Now, Thug called me slow and crazy because he watching the social media. He looking at the internet, reading the comments, and he see what people are saying about me. And he say, oh, so let me just take that route. Wood is slow. So you got to discredit him. Let's go discredit him. You can't, because I go break